Only hours after a Houthi ballistic missile fired from Yemen was intercepted over central Israel, the Air Force launched waves of airstrikes on Yemen overnight, targeting all three of the rebel Houthi ports along the coast of the country. The mission was carried out over a distance of some 2,000 kilometers. All aircraft returned safely to base. The Army said the strikes were aimed at punishing the Houthis for continuing to target Israel since the start of the Gaza war in support of Hamas. The Air Force previously struck the Houthis in April and again in August. The Air Force strikes also targeted all of the tugboats used to bring ships to port. It's believed that following the Israeli attacks, all activity at the ports controlled by the Houthis are paralyzed. Earlier, debris from the interception of the Houthi ballistic missile targeting Ramat Gan was shot down, causing extensive damage to a school. There were no injuries reported. The missile was intercepted by the Arrow Air Defense and sirens sounded in central Israel. These are dramatic days in the intensive negotiations underway toward reaching the mediated hostage for ceasefire deal between Israel and Hamas. Prime Minister Netanyahu is today holding intense negotiations with Israeli negotiators to learn exactly where things stand on the potential deal. According to a Hamas official, 34 Israeli hostages could be released in the first phase of the deal that would also include the opening of the Rafah crossing. Those included would reportedly include all of the remaining women and children. This would include Israeli female soldiers and the sick and elderly. In exchange, Israel would release hundreds of Palestinian security prisoners, including some serving life sentences. During that period, Israel will allow the entry of humanitarian aid and equipment needed to repair hospitals and public facilities in Gaza, with the IDF withdrawing from heavily populated areas. The world's oldest complete Ten Commandments tablet has sold at auction for more than $5 million. The Sotheby's auction house in New York said the 155-pound marble slab was bought by an anonymous buyer who plans to donate it to an unnamed Israeli institution. The tablet brought in millions more than expected and followed about 10 minutes of intense international bidding. The tablet dates from 300 to 800 AD and is inscribed with the commandments in Paleo-Hebrew script, the only complete example of its kind from antiquity.
Experience the power of truth with ILTV News. If you're looking for quality content and captivating visuals, join our news community and become an integral part of our team as we embark on a mission to unveil the real Israel, dismantling the web of lies and misinformation that surround reporting on Israel. By subscribing to ILTV News, you will not only have access to the latest updates, but you will also amplify our message, creating a ripple effect that carries the truth far and wide. Subscribe today and help reshape the narrative. Available on the web, Android, and Apple.